This week, stay tuned for club announcements,
an interview with Eric Martz,
and many more. I'm Iggy.
I'm Kaylee, and this is PiperTV.
We are finally back, bringing you news stories and content this year.
For our first story, Michael May, a student here at McNary, got a chance to sit down with mental health activist Eric Martz. This is what he had to say.
So my name's Eric Martz. I'm a senior at South Salem High School, and I am a volunteer for Youthline up in Portland, and I also recently started a nonprofit called Live to Tell to work to prevent suicide in the school district. Live to Tell is a student-led suicide prevention nonprofit that funds and organizes student clubs and initiatives at the high school and middle schools in the district to work to destigmatize the issue of mental health and to get the conversation going around how to prevent our peers from dying from suicide. Volunteering for Youthline really opened my eyes to the struggles of everyday teenagers. I hear all of these horror stories about the lack of access to mental health resources and the crippling stigma that surrounds all of their struggles and how they feel like there's nowhere to find help. So right now we are working on some projects to spread awareness, working through our chapters at through clubs like Saxon Strong at South to change the climate at the specific high schools. I would say since it is a very relatively new organization, I would say our biggest accomplishment has been getting students from all over the city involved in this, because we're trying to make this a lasting organization that is led by students of all ages, races, sexualities, and genders. And so it was really, really cool just to see how much enthusiasm there was for an initiative like this to get started, and how by getting this conversation going, getting in the newspaper, a lot of people have been saying things that have been really positive, and it's been really cool to see that. Please, 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 please get involved as much as you can as students, because we are really trying to start clubs and get conversation going around this topic in an organized manner that will actually make a difference, especially when communicating with the administration at your school or the legislation at the state even. So we are really still looking for students that are interested in joining a board of directors and also creating clubs at their schools. If you have any questions, we have our website, livetotellnonprofit.org, where you can contact me or apply to be part of the board of directors or ask about how to get a club started at your school.
In other news, check out this advertisement for the Latino Club, created by Braden Olheiser. Latino Club meets every Wednesday. Be sure to check it out.
PiperTV has been absent for 3 months. This is what we missed during our absence.
Feeling down? A new law allows students to take mental health days to reset their minds from the rigors of school. The new law, House Bill 2191, went into effect July 1st and allows students to be excused from 5 days of school in a 3-month period.
My name's Melissa Miller, and I'm a school counselor here at McNary High School. What I'm hearing from, or hearing from students and young people is that this is great because we're finally talking about mental health and trying to eliminate that stigma that's always surrounded it. A lot of students want to take that mental health day and feel like we have to kind of lie about it and say that we're, have a cold or have the flu or have a fever, anything. When really they just kind of need that break. It's such an important benefit. They're not getting any more days off than they would get for any other reason. They just now have a way to be able to openly talk about it. And it opens up conversations with parents where before they might feel like they had to fake something like I talked about before. Now they can say, I am really struggling today with, whatever it is that's going on. It could be depression, anxiety, a number of reasons, and they can openly talk about it, and that gives parents an opportunity to say, hey, let's talk more about that. Tell me what's going on with you, rather than, oh, you're sick, okay, that's fine, and it just kind of gets pushed under the rug and they move forward. I don't think many of the adults in our society give our kids enough credit for just their ability to be so intelligent and creative and have those voices that bring up really important topics. So for these kiddos to kind of come along and say, hey, we were really inspired by things that have happened around our nation, and we want to give voice to that, and we want to eliminate that stigma. It's just really exciting, especially for someone that works with kids who come to me daily, because that's where they can have that safe voice to talk about what's going on with them. To see that opening up in a bigger, broader way it's just really exciting, and it warms my heart to see that stigma kind of melting away.
Students that feel that they are in need of taking a mental health day can talk to their counselor to request the day off and to get further support. I'm Josh Patton reporting for PiperTV.
That's all we have for this week.
Be sure to check out the PiperTV tab on the McNary website for more information.
I'm Maggie.
I'm Kaylee.
And we'll see you guys next week.